we've been pretty good starting our first halves, and obviously Salford had a good, obviously a plan there to slow us down. Obviously in the second half kicking out and not allowing us to play the way that we want to play. But that second half, game management, a little bit of control, and obviously our last plays not good enough. And although we got away with it last week, Salford, I said before the game, are probably what I said, the informed team at the moment in Super League. So we allowed them to have that energy, and there was a little bit of a fight back in the second half, or the last 20 minutes of the second half. It's just not good enough.
Where did it unravel from your point of view?
Game management and last plays. The first half there, we just sort of pushed some passes there where talked about having a little bit of depth on the way that they defend, and we just went right away from that. We got back to 12-6, and I thought, well, we had a good talk about in the second half, or in the sheds there about the second half, what we needed to do. I don't think we may have had 2 sets there in the second half in their 20 metres. So you're not allowing yourself. As I said, a couple of last plays there, we needed to get better kicks, and then just got pressured a little bit there where we tried to shift when we didn't get any ruck speed. So that's what I think.
Were you kind of disappointed in the fact that you got back to 12-6 and then didn't use that as a building block to go on in the game?
Yeah, but that's second half. I've seen that a bit in this team, and we've talked about it. We've just got to get that out. As I said, we might have gotten away with that last week, but we didn't this week. So those, again, mate, the players there in those situations have got to learn. It's not good enough, and you're not allowing yourself there an opportunity there to get in an arm wrestle type football. That Salford are one of the top completing sides, so you needed to go with that. I just didn't think we did in that first period of the second half.
You put 40 on them when you came here last time. Is it a mark of their improvement, Salford?
Yeah, as I said, they've beaten some really good teams, and as I said, they've been in form. I knew it was going to be a real tough game tonight, and I talked to the players about it. But just not allowing yourself there, obviously that straight away, going into this game, they would have, thought about last time we played here, and the points we did put on. So we knew that. At second half there, we need to really be clinical there in the first 10-15 minutes. Being clinical, getting down there in. We didn't have a chance there till the back end of that half.
And is that something that you will try and press on them in terms of trying to take on board and learn going forward? Definitely.
I've been talking about it. I talked about it after last week. I just said, listen, we got ourselves there. I think 22-0 up. In the first half, played a really good brand of footy and defended quite well. And then the second half there, we just sort of tried to push passes, little things there that, just puts energy in an opposition team. So no doubt it's been a learning curve for some of those players. I thought young Harry was pretty good, and he had a game there last week that he had some learnings to get right, and I thought he did tonight. So I'll look at some of the positives there, but we need to win.
Ava on debut, how close is he to being fully fit? What do you make of his debut? How close is he?
Oh, strong. He's powerful. He only just only got off a plane, a train ride. He's going to add a lot of value to this team. So I thought it was a good effort by Ava to play tonight. So.
Why did you make the decision to throw him in?
I made sure that he had to get a few other things there ticked off. Had to do his HII, like the test, to make sure make sure he was right. I had a look at too. Just getting off the travel, it's a long way. Train ride on top of that as well. So I just wanted to make sure. And I think the last decision is up to him. And I left it up to him. He was keen, and he would have enjoyed that. But he's only going to get better. So we've got to keep working.
Is there a chance for a few more bodies in by the time you get to next week in the Challenge Cup?
Hoping so, yeah. Yeah, we were probably a bit light on there. Lost Jonesy, early on, so we did a little bit of a shuffle there where we had Nate Petteroo and Merrin going on that right edge. So it's happened before this year, not so much that position, but you just got to go ahead, and it still doesn't make you in a position there that you can't put that pressure on early on in the halves, in particular the second half.
Are they looking to make any more signings mid-season?
Not at the moment, no. Be nice to get a few, like Conrad. That'd be nice. Look, as I said, the players have been doing their job, but they just it's been disappointing there that we can't, complete, those. There's a small area in our game there we need to fix up. So I'll concentrate on that. But Ferris, Stevie Ward, sort of our back row there. I thought Cam Smith, who's a young kid too, was it's good for his experience. We sort of and Jonesy sort of come off there. It sort of put us in a little bit of a situation there, but I wouldn't use that as an excuse. And I'll say too, like Salford, as I said, they're a team that's been playing with a lot of confidence, and I thought they were the informed team last month or so. So we knew what we were in for.
What's the problem with Jonesy?
Nerve. Yeah.
His back again.
Yeah, it's in his back, so it obviously runs down to the hamstring. He just couldn't, like again, he trained really well. The medical staff I'm very confident in, and they said that he was right to go. So, and then he I think the first 10 minutes, I'm not sure if it was in a tackle, but he just sort of said he just couldn't, couldn't. There was no strength in it. Couldn't push off it. We held him out there for a little bit longer, but then we just had to make some changes.